Muting out now. Well, hello and welcome to Friday Night Update. I'm here with Gow. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just really glad this week is over. It has been ridiculously hot. Like unheard of temperatures for Scotland. Unbelievable.
Come on, if it's raining, you complaining? Now it's nice weather, you complaining? Come on.
Oh no, not complaining, just commenting.
Okay, alright.
I mean, I love the heat, but when you're trying to carry 35 kilos of parcel in 33.5 degrees, it's just a bit much.
Meh, walk it off. Don't be a moose.
Oh, I was literally walking it off. I ended up getting one of these neck fans from Amazon. And I'm telling you, that was the only thing that stopped me from passing out at work. It was, oh, they're so good. They are so good. I would recommend them to anybody and everybody.
Well, you could just continue keep breathing. I mean, that tends to help as well for not passing out, but sure.
Oh, yeah, trust me, I couldn't get the oxygen in my system quick enough.
Okay.
Anyway, well, it's really bad, like when you're drinking as much as you can possibly tolerate and not needing to go to the toilet all day.
True, so keep an eye on your salt levels as well. Not
Yeah.
only your liquid,
I did. I've had
but
a
also
packet.
salt intake.
I've had one packet of crisps every day to kind of regenerate the salt content. So, anyway, we are at week 80 already. Good grief, doesn't seem like that long, does it?
80 weeks, there's like 52 plus is 28, so a year and a half.
Yeah,
Wow.
18 months. That's, yeah, I mean, it seems an awful lot longer when you say it like that.
I know, right?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyway, Icarus Week 80 update. Block animals from spawning with new item. Creature deterrence will give you a safe radius from predators so you can play without fear of attack.
Yeah, it looks like we get scarecrows.
That sounds interesting.
Looks like the tier 1 scarecrow.
Yeah. Alrighty, take us through the first part, if you please.
Yeah, week 80 is here, and we're introducing our newest items, the creature deterrence. This is a creature spawn blocker, which allows you to create a radius of safety, where creatures won't roam, engage, or spawn while you complete your tasks or try to catch some needed rest. We also had a breakthrough on some of our most rare crashes, thanks to the reporting done by you, the players, using our in-game reporting tool. And finally, we have some great videos of our team talking about Icarus' development with some content creators recently. So check those out as well. Hey Michael, welcome. Happy Friday indeed.
Happy Friday, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. How are you doing?
Hey Jake.
Hey, Jake. How are you doing, pal? Good to see you. Good to see you. It is evening for me.
Same here. Let's see. New Zealand. It's morning, 9:30. New Zealand daylight time.
Yeah. Saturday morning?
Yeah.
'Cause
They,
I
li-
don't-
they they live in the future, so.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but New Zealand's something like, I don't know, 13 or 14 hours ahead of us?
Uh, they are 13 hours ahead of me, so 14 hours ahead of you.
That was a good guess.
No, wait. Sorry, I have to calculate the other way around. Yeah. So 11 from me.
12 for me.
Actually, one more. Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12 for you. One more than me. 12 for you, 11 from me.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Anyway. So Marx is a cable guy is fixing the internet. Power outage fried something. Yay. Well, hey, at least you're able to watch the stream. So.
Yeah, that's good news. So, creature spawn blockers. We've added a new item to the game called a creature deterrent with tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 variants. When placed and connected to a power source required for the higher tier versions, these will stop creatures spawning within that radius. They also prevent creatures nearby from wandering into the radius. However, they will not stop creatures which are already aggressively pursuing you, or creatures spawned by thumpers, scanners, or other mission items that have been placed or activated. While useful for protecting yourself and your team from predators, these also work on herbivores, so be aware you will not encounter any deer, pronghorn, rabbits, chamois, or other area animals in the radius. Ooh.
Okay, so other mission items that have been placed or activated, so you can't use them to help you out with your enzyme geysers. For those, you still will have to rely on the old fortification wall.
Yeah. Or the missions where you have to. Do you remember when we had to put a beacon down in a triangle in order to send a message to space?
Yeah, that one. I know that. I recall that one.
And we had like endless amounts of bears.
Yeah, and the stream of bears. You have a video of that in your on your channel. Endless stream of bears. Yeah, well, they will still be there.
Yeah, so you can't help to stop that.
And it's also if you're being chased by an animal, they basically gonna ignore the deterrence and they gonna keep chasing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But it will, especially for desert bases, keep your base safe of the freaking scorpions roaming around all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike another streamer we know who actually put up just like a what was it, like a ramp or something, then put a bed behind it and went to sleep and got killed in his sleep
Oh
because
yeah.
he got attacked by scorpions.
Yep. It was like, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you're gonna crash underneath a ramp that's set into the edge of a mountain, you might actually want to put a wall there to stop the animals from getting to you.
Well, in all fairness, this was like the first or second week after scorpions were introduced, so yeah. People weren't used to scorpions yet at the time.
Well, that's true. I mean, you weren't you weren't expecting them to start jumping when you entered the water, were you?
Nope, indeed. Yeah, it was quite a surprise indeed.
Yeah. So here we have an image of a powered creature deterrent, if I can read that correctly. I can't read what it says in the box because it's too small.
A handy item that creates a zone of protection, preventing the spawning of creatures within its large radius. Requires electricity. And let's see how much electricity it needs. 1500, okay. Nice sirens and strobing light on top. I reckon it's going to be the tier 4.
Yeah. With it requiring
I think
electric,
so.
yeah, I would expect so.
Which makes me wonder, will the tier 3 work on biofuel?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Mike says, other Icarus streamers, only one place for Icarus news. Yeah, there are multiple people playing Icarus, but not a whole lot who are going through the patch notes as in depth as we tend to do, Michael.
That's very true. Which is exactly why we started doing it. Way back in week 13. So,
Week
in
13. So
game.
we've been doing this for like 67, 68 weeks already. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem that long, does it?
No.
Hmm.
Anyway.
And the first 13 weeks were spent discussing whether or not we should do exactly what we're doing now.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
So, take us through the in-game error reporting tool, please.
Sure. The in-game error reporting tool has been used to great effect by many of our players. We've had a breakthrough in identifying some long-standing rare crashes that we were previously unable to replicate. If you do ever experience a crash, please take time to send and close, or send and restart, on the Unreal Engine crash reporter window that pops up. Write a short message about what you were doing right before the crash, whether you were the host or client, or on a dedicated server, and whether or not you have experienced this before. Then send and close, or send and restart. You can also report weird issues in-game by pressing escape and then report an issue. We have said this before, those reports are really helpful for the devs to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, very much so.
These reports gives us valuable data and insight we otherwise struggle to find. Because while a crash is always a big deal, they can happen infrequently. And the data generated when a crash happens is often unique. A big thank you for everyone who has submitted reports. And then here are 5 crashes mentioned. Fixing a crash relating to finding map components to display. Finding map not sure which crash this is. Fix a crash relating to player rotation in the UE4, Unreal Engine 4 engine code. Again, not sure what the player rotation part means here.
Hmm.
Fix a crash relating to resource multipliers when crafting. Fix a crash relating to updating the stamina bar. Note, this is a crash, not the endless stamina bar for, with the proper foods.
Mm-hmm.
And fix a crash where the crafting player has left the server and bench items created by the player complete processing. Yeah, we never had this actually. Not sure whether
No.
it's also in peer-to-peer or a dedicated server only. But yes, you are the client and I'm the server. You stop earlier, but basically I stopped right after you left as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jake
it
says,
won't happen to us quickly.
yeah, Jake says means player turning right or left of
Ah,
the player
player rotation.
rotation.
Okay.
Okay.
So as long as you're walking straight, everything's fine. As soon as you deviate from the straight path, the game crashes. Okay.
Not good. Glad they fixed
Well,
that one.
it is one way to keep you going the straight path, you know.
Yeah, you know how distracted we get when we're doing something.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm glad I finally managed to get a hold of the causes of what causes these crashes.
Yeah. And here we have an image of the tier 2, which is a scarecrow, the tier 3, which I can't really see that well, and the tier
I think
4, which I can't see
I don't
very
know,
well either.
the one in the middle does seem to have some motion sensors or something.
Yeah. Hmm. Cool. Alrighty. Jake chats with some creators. Alrighty. Our project lead, Jake Exteris, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, please tell me, has been having some awesome chats and play alongs with some of our amazing content creators in recent weeks, and we wanted to share a couple here today. If you please, Connie.
So we have one from I can't see the name no more. Fortisar is the top one. Uh, Extoris or Extoris or whatever. It's a made of words, so however you pronounce it's fine. No problem there. Anyway, so yeah, we have Fortisar. The bottom one is Splitsy, also Australian / New Zealand. Sorry, Jake, I don't know which of the two. Let's see. The second one is Game Advisor, and the third one is Late Night Stream. And like I said, the fourth one is Splitsy. Splitsy.
Cool.
Been a while since I've watched gameplays from those folks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, Jake said, it's a made up word, you're fine.
yeah, his his Discord handle.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway,
I will
thanks
double.
to yeah.
I will catch up on that news when I have a bit more time. Unfortunately, I am trying to help family with some stuff, so
They
I
are
haven't.
getting progressively longer.
Yeah.
Forza's is 45-ish minutes. Let's see. Hey, why isn't this working? There we go. Game Advisor one is 48 minutes. Then we get Late Night Stream is an hour. So make sure you have enough time. And Splitsy's video is an hour 50, 51. So they get progressively longer.
Okay.
So I'll spend a couple of hours watching those.
Yeah, me too. And given the fact that we've spent over 3 hours on the update chats, it would be interesting to find out how long we could keep them chatting for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure you've got loads of coffee.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it will be Red Bull for me, but yeah, sure.
Well,
Why
yeah,
not?
caffeine. Jake says, "Oh
Exactly.
God."
Yeah, Jake, you're not gonna get off that easy, man.
Oh yeah, and don't forget your pen and paper just in case we come up with some stunning ideas again.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
So yeah,
Thanks
thanks
to
to yeah, go.
thanks to Fortizar Game Advisor, Late Night Stream, and Splitsy for having us. We've got some more of these chats coming out with other creators in the coming weeks, so keep your eyes out on YouTube and Twitch for those. And we have the image that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago with regards to the picture frame on the left and the aquarium in the middle with a
Actually,
another.
last week.
Was it last week? Good grief! So much has happened since
Yep.
then. I can't keep track.
Yeah, it was in last week's patch notes.
Yeah, it's still a cool photo. I love the fact
Oh
that
yeah.
they've got that the painting behind the aquarium. It just makes it look brilliant.
Yep. Totally agree.
Yeah. And now we're into the new content, if you please.
Updated the open world and emission terrain selection screens for better text legibility. Oh, sorry. I have to put that word into Google Translate to figure out what it exactly means.
It means it's easier to read. Being legible means you can read it.
Yeah.
So for better text legibility basically means it's easier to read.
Oxford Dictionary says the quality of being clear enough to read.
Not often I'm wrong, but I'm right again.
Well, it's a familiar feeling for me, being right. I know.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
Yeah, one gets used to it, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, added the text for the new spawn blocker items of old seers.
Good.
Added DMs for the decorative geode lamps, which are a great way to light up your base without using any power. Me
Oh
like.
yeah, I mean they're fantastic, and I love the fact that was it aluminium, silver, and not
Not
silver,
silver. There's no
gold,
silver. Gold.
iron and
Uh,
gold or something.
Oxide.
Oxide, yeah,
The oxide ones are blue. The gold ones are yellow,
yellow,
and there is the reddish hue. Or was it copper?
copper. Yeah, that's it. They
Believe
look kind of
copper.
red. They look so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
I love them. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah, and like I said, hey, free lighting, no power required.
Yeah, just throw a
That's
couple
good.
of paintings up, and who needs lights?
A couple of paintings, couple of geode lamps. There you
Yeah,
go.
cool.
Anyway, removing additional mesh from the spawn blocker tier 3 and adjusting the sizes for the tier 3 and tier 4 spawn blockers. The spawn blockers recipes and blueprints are unlocked for release, so you can use them now.
Okay.
Fix the spawn blocker tier 4 preview mesh setup, as it was using an incorrect mesh.
Mm-hmm.
Adding tier 3 spawn blocker audio and loop event. Okay, we'll have to check them out. Stop start loop behavior for spray spawn blocker, the middle one from the picture above.
Okay.
More updates to spawn blockers, fix missing file due to changing the file location, added the correct spawn sounds for the spawn blockers, and added the tier 4 spawn blocker horn audio. Currently it doesn't play in the right time. Waiting for the full BP setup to set in the right place. Proof of concept idea for audio. Okay, so it's added, but it's not correct, and it's still a proof of concept. Which means that next week we might get a bullet point like we added the correct audio for the tier 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that just makes me think. I don't know why, but my brain thinks of a foghorn.
Oh, they're pretty big horns on the thing.
Yeah. I used to be able to imitate a foghorn, but I can't do it anymore. It's too it grates the throat way too much. So anyway,
Well, I can
moving.
imitate a broken one. That's very easy. I just did.
Yeah, I thought so.
Sorry, it was too easy.
Oh, yeah, we walked into that one, didn't we, guys?
Yeah.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Alrighty, let's see what they fixed. They fixed a search for dedicated servers still running in the background when joining a server. Good.
Oh yeah, because as soon as you join a server, the search process can stop, not
Yeah.
costing any resources, especially network resources.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Good. Glad they did that.
Yeah.
They increased the lure mesh density on the floatable component and increased the drag so the lure doesn't passively bob too heavily. Well, that would make sense. I mean, you don't want the float to be like going up and down so crazy that you don't know what the hell's going on. It also means that the float will actually dip more when the fish is on the hook. So it's easier to tell when you've actually got a fish on the line.
Well, you can hear it. There's an audio sound when a fish bites.
Yeah,
The icon changes to orange. The icon of the lure changes to orange. So and the whole minigame thingy pops up.
yeah,
So one could say you have enough. You have enough signals of a fish biting the bait already, but
yeah. But I rely far more on the visual signals because, you're talking to somebody who's deaf, I mean, like, I don't hear stuff,
yeah, but
obviously.
the whole minigame bar popping up should be a pretty decent visual signal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
the
if you
hook
if you
going
miss
orange is
that,
enough of a signal for me because I sit and watch the float, But you're talking you're talking to a fisherwoman, so
yeah. But imagine missing the pop up of the minigame, of the bar.
Yeah, that would be pretty devastating, I would imagine.
Yeah, then I'm like, how can you play computer games if you're that blind?
Yeah. Yeah.
Visually impaired, sorry. Visually
Yeah.
impaired. Anyway.
Yeah. Decrease the amount of force applied to the lure when the reaction time occurs. Okay.
Well, as long as the fish doesn't get off the hook, I'm all for it.
I'm just imagining somebody hooking a fish, and the force of and the force applied to the lure is so bad, right? That the rod comes up and the fish goes flying into the field behind you.
Yeah, or you tear the fish in half.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, I wanted fish fillet, not fish chunks. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that the fish speared itself on that tree over there. So
Yeah, now you have to knock down the tree in order to get the fish.
yeah, because it's like too tall to get.
Is that where the term flying fish comes from?
Oh, now there's an idea. Flying fish. Cool.
Flying fish, you have to shoot them with bow and arrow when they're in the air.
Yeah, in the mouth.
Would make interesting target practice, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. How to kill a moving target in one easy lesson.
I mean, come on, try shooting a rabbit with bow and arrow.
You're at a lake. There's a flying fish come towards you, and Gao just punches it in the face.
Oh yeah, I'll be punching.
Now that's fisting a fish. That's a different way of going fishing. Really, seriously, just wait for it to jump out the water and stick your hand down its throat.
Jake says, so we did have fish flying at one point. Someone made the mistake and they would constantly try to get out of the war. At a very friendly fish, Jake, trying to help you with the whole fishing experience, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Jumping in your tackle box all by themselves.
yeah, I mean, oh, there's an idea. A boat to go out into the middle of a big lake to catch fish, right? And the fish are so gung ho at being kamikaze that they just jump in the boat for you. Brilliant.
Then we need big predator fish attacking the boat. Would be way funnier.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah,
you do remind me. Something I haven't tried yet is swimming underwater and then deploy the fish rod. What will happen?
swimming underwater and then deploy the what?
So remember when I was testing grenades under war?
Oh yeah.
If you dive underwater and then you throw a grenade, the grenade basically acts like it's out of the water, like it's in air. The whole curve and the bouncing of on the ground and stuff.
Yeah, the only difference is that there wouldn't be a splash because it's already underwater, which means theoretically you shouldn't frighten the fish.
It's just funny to kill crocodiles that way, by the way. But been there, done that.
Yeah,
I have killed crocodiles that way. It was fun.
Yeah, I can just see it now. You hear the hiss, you turn around, it opens its mouth, and you chuck a grenade in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, eat this, bitch. Anyway, moving swiftly on. They fixed a crash reported in Sentry relating to finding map components to display.
Yeah, basically the 5 mentioned above.
Yeah, these 5 here are the ones that were mentioned previously. Right. Would you be so kind as, I'm just going to highlight a bunch here, as to take us...
it's future content. Usually we just check for, quickly skim for any interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you do that, I need to go for a bio break, so I'll be right back. I'm just going to highlight some of that stuff.
Right. So, more talk about the new building material, or the new resource, I should say, scoria. Breakable scoria node. Breakable, so I reckon sledgehammer to mine it. Bit more building rework info. New added apex meshes for the roof corners and inverted roof corners. Wooden ones. Added icon to the Prometheus 5 story device to ensure it shows up on map and radar. So, story 5, mission 5 is gonna have us travel to and probably activate some device. I should write all those points down per mission and try and figure out what the mission is gonna be up front. Anyway, the dialogues for the story 5 and 6 are updated. Dialogue priority and placements. Let's see, updates to the Lava Hunter Egg Lay event. Good. adjustment to the lava slam earthquake event. Lava slam earthquake. Last week there was something about the lava hunter fissure. Now we have some. Next to the fissure, we also have an earthquake event. But
Oh, sorry.
didn't they mention the lava hunter earthquake event before in previous weeks?
No, not that I remember.
Like the screen shake effect and stuff.
Yeah, but that was just screen shake. It wasn't actually notified as to an earthquake event.
Anyway. Let's see. Added tint in metallic control to mesh mask on MA item.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what kind of items we're talking about. But sure.
Maybe Jake would like to enlighten us on that? Maybe? And actually, I had a thought, right? You know how this, I'm going back to the chat that we usually have between this and the last section, right? One of the things that I've noticed that we don't have in the desert, quicksand.
Mhm.
We don't have any quicksand in the desert.
True. No quicksand as such. Although, isn't that usually near a water source?
Quicksand, I believe, can happen anywhere in the desert. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me.
Uh,
But I don't know enough about it really to say. But
Quicksand, also known as sinking sand, is a colloid consisting of fine granular material such as sand, silt, or clay, and water.
oh, and okay.
Yeah. Although there is indeed like sand pits which you can sink into without water being present. Not sure how that's called though.
I think that's quicksand because if you're in a bog, they don't call it quicksand.
Nope.
I can't. I mean, my brain is fried. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for
Uh,
that. But um,
Quicksand is very loose sand. Here it says as well, it forms in saturated loose sand when the sand is suddenly agitated. When water in the sand cannot escape, it creates a liquefied salt that loses strength and cannot support weight.
mm,
Anyway. The MR item is building material textures. Okay.
okay,
The iron buildings maybe. Metallic tint. Iron. We already have aluminum. We will be getting the iron.
cool. Okay.
Anyway.
Uh,
Obsidian tool set has been mentioned in previous patch notes as
and
well.
projectiles. So I'm assuming that would be arrows.
Yep. The next one is actually interesting. Adding new stat and modifier chance attacks cause burn percentage, which is an innate state on all obsidian weapons. Which, since it says all obsidian weapons, is also going to be like knife and spear, I reckon.
Bullets.
Obsidian bullets. I'm not sure how comfortable I would be trying to shoot obsidian bullets though. Can they withstand the sudden acceleration when you fire the rifle?
Well, the copper does.
Copper does, yeah. Obsidian is a tad more
Obsidian is a
brittle.
lot harder than copper, so you would expect it to last.
It's harder, but it's also way more brittle.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so if we look at arrows, what do we have? We have flare arrows, which give light in the dark. Funny. And you
Mhm.
can create ghost animals with a green glow.
Yeah.
We have the fire arrows,
Yeah.
which sets the target on fire. We
Yeah.
have poison arrows, which poisons the enemy. You have the bleed arrows,
The
which
shock
causes
arrows.
bleed. Shock arrows, explosive arrows. Shock arrows slows them down, if not stun, and I believe stun even.
Mhm.
Explosive arrows, which go boom. And now we're getting the obsidian arrows, which can cause an effect called burn. Interesting.
Yeah.
Still, I would be mostly shooting flint arrows, I reckon. But hey, it's fun to have a bit more different types of arrows to play with.
Yeah. Yeah. Jake says obsidian. Excuse me. Obsidian could just be the cap, not the casing.
Yeah, true, true.
Like the copper bullet is a copper cap in a brass casing.
True, but I don't know about obsidian bullets. Sorry if I don't reply, says Jake, if you ask me stuff. My internet keeps dropping. Well, Jake, talk to Michael's guy fixing his internet.
Yeah, we'll just send him round.
Exactly, it's just a couple of thousand miles. Meh.
It's
Road,
walk it
road trip!
off. Everybody pile down to Jake's house.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, what's next? I'm going to say that merged in Epix's Git dependencies to fix, make, setup.
Git as in a GitHub. Location where you store source code and where you can do version control.
Okay. I don't know whether or not this is wide knowledge, but in Britain, a git
Yeah,
is
you're a
also an
Git.
idiot.
Yeah.
You git. So we merged in Epix's Git dependencies to fix, make, make, setup. Yeah, it's a bit, my brain doesn't compute that. I'm afraid it's late and I'm tired.
It's okay. It's okay.
What are we looking at next, Gav? Come on, help me out here.
I'm looking at stuff that has not been mentioned before. Most of this is mentioned before already, like the rugs have been talked about before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the very last one, the bottom one, two below the cold steel, yeah. Adding new stats for attacks cause burn, attacks cause freeze, attacks cause miasma, as well as their resistance stats. So burn, cause freeze, freeze arrow or stun. Attacks cause miasma. Wow. So you shoot an arrow in an animal and all of a sudden that animal starts smelling very bad?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
ask. I'm gonna have to ask for clarification on this miasma because I
an
see
unpleasant
attacks
or
cause
unhealthy
burn.
smell or flavor.
Yeah, because like my brain goes attacks cause burn, attacks cause freeze, attacks cause a fit.
Again, I'm looking at the Oxford Dictionary. Miasma is an unpleasant or unhealthy smell or flavor. Oh.
Okay, how is that going to work considering we're playing through a computer? How was it going to have green fog plumes
Uh,
coming off it?
I'm more thinking like you kill a skunk, use it to make arrows that cause miasma. I don't know.
Yeah, but why would we want an animal to smell bad? All
I
they've
don't
got
know.
to do is fart.
Maybe they pass out.
I mean, what's to say they don't smell bad when they've only got 2% durability before they despawn? You know,
I don't know.
when they're dead.
No, but maybe the animals pass out, but then you can't get close to them to skin because then you'll pass out as well.
Oh, Jake says, "Oh, you can now buy an attachment like a VR set just for your nose. Special dangerous."
Oh, that would be nice. Immersive gameplay, eh? Oh yeah.
Oh my god! You know, just nick your next door's neighbor's CPAP machine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, are we having peppermint or skunk tonight?
Now, question is, can I remote operate these things?
I still don't get why
Gonna
on
be worth
earth we
looking
would
into.
want to make an animal smell bad.
Like I said, just so the animal passes out, giving you the time to escape said animal. Makes perfect sense, you know.
There's no animal on the planet that I know of has ever attracted a mate because they smell so bad.
Well, that is relative. I don't know. For all you know, skunks love the smell.
Yeah, Jake says the
Like,
animal might not like the smell and get sick.
exactly. But for all you know, all those skunks, they're having a contest like who's the stinkiest skunk.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here laughing because it's like the animal might not like the smell and get sick, and I'm like, well, I kind of get like that after a nice hot curry.
Oh yeah, it becomes too well.
You know.
There's a nice cure for insomnia. Eat curry. Curry
Curry
arrows,
arrows.
yeah.
Vindaloo arrows, there you go.
But would they cause miasma or would they cause burn?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
And then attacks cause freeze because it can't run anywhere because it's too busy going to the toilet all the time. So that would cause all three. That's a potent arrow. Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Pretty OP. I think I find my new favorite type of arrow.
Oh yeah.
Skunk arrow, curry arrow.
Yeah.
Adding new stuff. Base chance attacks cause curry sickness. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be in Prometheus, Jake.
Yeah, just remember that because it's a cause burn, freeze, and miasma, it's you get 3 times as many points for it.
I reckon it will be in Prometheus then, because you will need some more, some new ingredients to actually craft these curry arrows. Yeah, why not? Indeed, Jake. Just add it to the list, man.
Yeah, I mean, we could go and hunt for pepper plants. You know, get
alien spices. Yes.
Yeah. And we've already got a pestle and mortar, so we can put all the spices together.
Exactly.
So yeah, we've already got fish curry. Why not?
Exactly.
Speaking,
there's a new arrow coming.
Yeah, so speaking of the fish curry that we have, where do we get the curry and the peppers and the spices from? Because I'm quite sure that soy doesn't taste like that.
Not fresh soy, no.
So yeah, you can have curry without curry powder. Alrighty. Either that or somebody took a sachet of curry sauce with them.
Yeah,
Oh,
bring it down from the station.
there you go. You could actually you see how we've got the packet, the packets of veg and stuff. You could actually, go and buy a flavor sachet set. So you've got curry, you've got beef, you've you've
Yeah,
got
Grody
fish and
says each prospector has their own packet of curry sauce. It's like the main food in the future, man.
yeah. And if you're going to give us things like potatoes, then, well, hey, we've already got chips and curry sauce.
Yeah, and like what need tree sap and sticks or something for biofuel.
Yeah,
Eat curry, produce biofuel. I mean, come on.
yeah. And I mean, the real thing here is the fact that we have boars, but we can't make sausages.
Hey, at
We've
least
got,
we
we've
have
got
bacon, eh? At least we have bacon.
we've got a bean plant, so we could have sausage, chips, and beans.
Yeah, we have potatoes. So.
Yeah, we've got
Uh,
we've got a tomato plant, so we could have the tomato sauce.
I'm still waiting for the buffalo milk so I can finally start making pizza.
Yeah, or the prawn. Actually, if you could tame a pronghorn, you could use goat's milk, goat's cheese
I don't know. I don't
for the
know.
pizza.
Would it be fat enough?
Yeah.
I don't know. Goat milk
Oh,
has a lower fat percentage.
yeah. Well, it's a game. You've got the chamois. You've got
Icarus goats. Icarus goats. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You've got the chamois, like for the food, and then you've got the pronghorn, which you can use the goat's milk from to make the cheese for the pizza, and the chamois can give you the meat to go on the pizza.
He gave us a talent so spend an extra talent point to be able to milk the buffalo,
Yeah, and if we're going to
making
be able,
and make it an exclusive food.
if we're going to be able to make pizza, we have to have a pizza oven.
Oh,
We've
there are
already
no
got we can
pineapples.
already make the dough.
There are no pineapples in the game. There goes my pizza Hawaii. Might as
Uh,
well add a
you
milking skill tree. Yeah, a whole tree.
you
Sure, why not?
you could well. We've got coconut trees. We've got palm trees. Why can't we have a pineapple tree? There you go, Hawaiian pizza. We've got the tomato for the tomato sauce. Hmm.
Actually, pineapple tree. Do pineapples grow on trees?
Good question. I just assumed they did, don't they?
No, it's a shrub that grows near the ground.
Okay. Okay, pineapple plants.
Okay, now we're talking.
I mean, the other thing is we've got aloe, right? Because you get fiber from aloe.
Hmm.
So we could
Hey, we
actually,
can make sunscreen
yeah,
or
exactly.
sunblock.
Exactly. Especially in the desert.
Uh, use it to counteract heat stroke. New
Mm,
recipe, new paste using aloe.
yeah,
This
well,
new paste you can then use to counteract heat stroke.
do you remember when we would use the heat stroke, the
Yeah,
heat bandage
back in
and
the
and the
days
and the
when
cooling
we tried,
bandage,
back in the days
right?
when we tried those, they didn't really work that well.
They
I know.
didn't work at all. You could make heat bandages and cooling bandages for when you were in the Arctic and the desert, and they just didn't work. So I stopped making them. I didn't bother making
Maybe they
them.
fixed it in the meantime.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Have to try again at some point.
yeah, for sure. But I've never been
Anyway.
able to get them to work, which was disappointing.
Yeah, it's had, I know.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else to say? Anything else to add?
No, I think we have done the patronage.
I do believe so, because that's the end of that bit. Yeah. Hope you've got some good ideas there, Jake. We've come up with a few once again. And yeah, if you have any reason to contact us, you know how to.
Exactly. They
Uh,
were to remove the frostbite and heat stroke, the effects caused by being in a cold environment or in hot environment for too long a time. The items modifiers should mention these. Yeah, the description says it fixes the heat stroke or the frostbite, but they didn't work.
as you can, if memory serves me right, in one of the early Triple F videos, you will actually hear me saying I've stopped. I do have. I had one of those in my inventory, and I said, and there's absolutely no way, no point in taking them because it don't work.
Yeah, we're not talking about the cold debuff or the overheating debuff. We're talking about the real frostbite or the real heat stroke, Jake. Those bandages didn't work. They did not fix those afflictions.
Yeah.
So you were in the desert for too long with improper armor. So first you are overheating. At some point you get a heat stroke, and then you had to apply the bandage
The
in
cooling
order
bandage.
the cooling bandage in order to remove the heat stroke itself. It did not remove it. The same in the desert. So you're cold. You are too cold for too long, then you get frostbite. Then you apply the heat bandage. And then the character is like, yeah, so I don't care. You still have frostbite. It's been a while since we tried it. And since it didn't work, we did not revisit it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be fixed in the meantime. So we'd have to
Yeah,
test
because
it out at some point.
you still get heat stroke and or frostbite. You just have to go into the Arctic at night, even with nano armor. You'll get cold,
Oh yeah.
But when you use the heat bandage, it never worked.
No, it did not get rid of the frostbite or the heat
No, it
stroke
it it it, it didn't
debuff.
it didn't even half the time. It did nothing.
Nope. There are like 4 modifiers per temperature, says Jake. I'll double check next week. Sure. Like I said, it might be that it's fixed by now, but back in the day when we tested them out, they did not work at that point.
And we've never used them since.
Exactly.
So, unfortunately, we
Oh, I'm
could
home this
revisit.
weekend, so I might be able to do some testing.
Yeah, we could certainly test that out for science, as we are wont to do. You know. So yeah, we can double check that as well. I'm gonna scroll up, so watch your eyes. Okay. I just don't like the thought of making anybody sick, so I try to give people warning. um, yeah, unfortunately, there's not going to be any gameplay tonight. I still have family things to be sorting out, so I need to go out again. I will keep Cornet posted as to how things go next week. This is not a permanent thing. Please don't worry. It's, I'm expecting maybe a week or two, possibly, hopefully not, of this week and last week's scheduling, in which case it'll just be a Friday update. But like I said, we will keep everybody posted. And the update next week on a Friday will happen no matter what. So that's an absolute guarantee. So
Exactly.
that's one of the most important things. I mean, the gameplay we can come back to that, but the update has to happen. So
Exactly. Well, the update will happen, but the update discussion we also gonna make happen.
yes, absolutely, as we do. As we do, and we always have fun. We always have a laugh when we're doing it because just like
Oh yeah,
it's brilliant because it spurs the imagination and it's I love it.
and way more fun than just sitting there on your own and reading through the stuff.
Yeah, and when we get the feedback that we do from the Peeps and Jake, it makes everything just that much more interesting. It gives us
Yep,
that much more
I
to talk
totally
about.
agree.
So yeah, but that is it for this week. Peeps, I'd like to say thanks to everybody who was watching, anybody who was lurking, and all who participated in the chat, namely Jake and Michael. Thank you very much for joining in and taking part. I'd also like to say thanks to Corne for keeping on top of the Discord server
Of course.
and making sure that the peeps are kept up to date as to what's going on. So, regardless of all else that happens next week, I'm going to say right now, just in case, we will see you on Friday, if not before. So until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
We will see you next week. And remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.